We're going to walk through the process of installing some construction units to a street light and a street light pole. The first thing we need to do is select the job. So from the OpenPoint menu up here, we're going to go over to the Jobs button, and this job already exists. So we're just going to select one that is already in this list of open jobs, and you can do a search by job number or description, or you can just search through and select one if you can see that it's available. So right now we're going to pick 2019-10 installation example. So that's selected. I'm going to now put this away by clicking the Jobs tab X right there. So we're going to close that, but the job is still selected. And now we need to actually select the feature that we're going to install too. So I'm going to click and make sure I'm in selection mode. And so you may have a button in your toolbar up here like this, or you can use the button that's over here in the ribbon bar. So I'm going to click right on the pole, and let's take a look at the construction units. So that's OpenPoint and then construction units. And you can see on the right hand side here that we've got our job selected, 2019-10 installation example, and then we've got a streetlight pole that's been selected as well. So we're in the In Plant section, so where it's this tab that's selected called In Plant. There's nothing there currently. We're going to switch over to Job Layout, and this is what allows us to do an install or removal or transfer. So to do the install, you click on the Install button, and this is going to let you select the construction unit. So I can just simply scroll through here and find the unit that I want, if I want to do it that way, or I can do a search. When I type in the search text, it's going to search in the unit code, category, or the unit description, and it'll find that anywhere within the text. So if it sees the word, let's say I type in the word support, it found support in the middle of this description. Same goes for unit codes. I'm going to type in part of one there, so I've got A1 and then .1, or just A1 dot, it's still going to find that. And so it's matching however it can. If I type in framing, which is a category, then all of the framing construction units will be displayed. And so I know what I'm going to look for here, so I'm going to start typing those in. So I'm going to do a street light, let's see, ST light, and I'm going to pick this street light pole right here. And down below there, so added it to the grid. Down below, you can see the count, application. This can be construction, maintenance, or operation. It's got the station number, which it pulled from the feature, the district, which also came from the feature as well. The category and subcategory came from the assembly that we selected, which was the STL P30.5. This can be changed, so it has drop-down values for category and subcategory. So for example, if we were installing a wire, but it needs to be neutral, you would select the wire assembly, and then you would change the category to indicate that it's a neutral. The description field is just a free-form text entry that lets you enter any values that you want. So I'll just type in some text there. And that's really all there is to adding the construction unit. When you make changes down here, you can click the Save button to make sure those are saved. And now we can move on to the next one. We already have the pole selected, so I'm going to go ahead and click Install again there. And I'm going to do a riser this time. So I'll just type in riser. And let's see, let's look down here. I've got a streetlight riser here. I'm just going to go with that one. And this time I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to change anything, so I don't need to hit the Save button. So if I don't change any values, don't worry about hitting Save. So we've completed entering the units for one of the features. Now let's select the other feature. First I'm going to deselect that pole by just drawing a selection rectangle out in the white space. And now I'm going to make sure that I click right in the center here. This black dot is actually the street light itself. And from there I'm going to then click on Install. And so then I will go ahead and type in an exact unit code, since I know what I'm doing on this one. And I'm not going to change any values below here, so I'm just going to do another one. And I'll do the second one, which is going to be a street light arm. And so I'm going to type in ST light and then arm, so a full description almost of it. So it matched with this description here. So just another way of actually finding something. And again, I don't need to save because I'm not changing any of the values. So that really completes the process for installing construction units. From here, you can continue on, do removals and transfers until you've completed all of the layouts that you need for that particular job. Once that's completed, then you would then change the job from proposed and push it to the approved status, and you can continue on from there.